Hello and welcome back to another episode of Growing Full Circle. I am your host, Dominique Walter Skates, and thank you for joining me today. Today is episode 5. It's been a while since I have recorded a new episode, so I'm very excited to talk to everyone today. Today's episode was actually inspired by a series I have been watching. It's called Redefine J.R. Smith. It's the J.R. Smith documentary about his journey going back to school and, taking up the sport of golf. And what really inspired me about the documentary was something that he said really brought me back to how I was raised and the teachings that were instilled in me by my mother. And a lot of you, especially a lot of my listeners, are black, especially with Southern values. I'm sure you have heard this phrase, and it's reach one, teach one. And what that means is, if you are able to change one person, if you're able to reach one person and provide them with your knowledge, you have done your job. And just that thought and bringing me back to the reason why I do what I do. And it's all about love. And I say that all the time because it's true. The love that I feel for myself, I choose to share it. And I have joy in seeing other people experience that love. When I tell people I have an amazing day, they look at me puzzled like, how did it get to amazing? And I want to help those people get to that amazing, fantastic, excellent, superlative day. I said superlative. But you get what I'm saying. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Today's episode is called Beyond Faith, where we are going to examine what it takes to get to that happiness. And for me, the answer is really simple. And the answer is trust. So today we're going to talk about trust. How to trust. What to trust. Why is trust beyond faith? So stick around as we talk about something that we all know about, but to what depth? So without further ado, let's dive in. You know what really kind of gets under my skin? It's when I see people try to make spirituality into a religion. And it gets under my skin because for me, it's like they miss the point of it all. And mind you, I understand why someone would feel as if they should create something for people to follow. But from my understanding of spirituality, that wasn't the point. The point is for you to take control of your own life and not to continue to follow, restrictive guidelines in a way. And when I see the word religion attached to it, it kind of gets under my skin. Because the word religion to me implies that there is a sense of faith that is needed in order to exist within reality. And I think spirituality is something that needs to exist beyond faith, beyond religion. And not to say as if it is better or anything like that. Please just don't get me misunderstood. What I mean is that spirituality is a teaching in which to live life. So there is no faith in living. You already do it. Spirituality is about understanding the things that are unseen in a way. The things that you haven't been taught about controlling your emotions and understanding your consciousness. The things that can't be seen. How else are you supposed to gain the knowledge to understand that? The same way we have adopted English as a language, spirituality can be adopted as a form of communication with ourselves. And in order to adopt something in that manner, it requires something beyond faith. And that's trust. Trust in that the information is valid, that it works, that it is proven, that it continues to yield results. Faith is something that is done on an emotional level where results may not come, proof may not come, but faith tells us to grasp on to the fact that it may happen. Spirituality isn't about faith. This world has adopted into our mainstream culture spiritual terms and techniques and are still missing the point. We have all these meditation apps and all this mindfulness classes, but there's no education and understanding that it's more than pseudoscience. It's proven science. Lucid dreaming is proven science. Astral projected, proven. Do you not believe the people who go on these shows and talk to people's loved ones who have passed away? Why is there so much skepticism but so much proof? And then I see how people, let's use meditation for example, they utilize it as a tool in which it is meant to be, but it's so surface level, or it's done in a wrong manner. Meditation is not to clear your thoughts. Meditation is to help you manage your thoughts and go deeper, release them, go beyond it, release that attachment, to understand who you truly are beyond the illusion. It's not to run away. It's to unveil the curtain. And yes, it helps you with your stress too. But people take that one aspect and go monetize it. No wonder I see articles about how self-love is making people lonely. It's because what you have learned, the information that you have got, didn't give you the full story. Yes, self-love can make you lonely as hell. But without continuing to dive deeper into your shadow side and understanding why you feel lonely as hell, then you can never truly love yourself. It doesn't matter if you think you look good. It doesn't matter if you can dress well. That's not the totality of loving yourself. You can't take pieces of something without understanding the whole story. The whole story of spirituality is beyond faith. So I realize I'm talking a lot about trust without mentioning how difficult it is to achieve a mindset in which to trust what spirituality brings, trusting what the universe, what spirit has for us. It takes so much time. It takes so much effort. It takes so much help, honestly. So much exploration. And it's hard work. But the reward is a life of happiness. And the sooner you do it, the longer you'll be happier. That's just kind of where that's at. So how do you really get to a point where, I guess they say nirvana, enlightenment? And you hear it all the time, no matter what kind of life or route you have taken, whatever your journey is, at some point you've heard someone saying you need to change your perspective. You need to change your mindset. Even now, you're hearing create your own reality. And that is so hard for people to understand, because it's the illusion that is in front of you that blinds you and keeps you stuck in limiting mindsets. Creating your own reality is as simple as creating a habit, creating a system for yourself, creating a routine. That's where mindfulness comes into play. You have to open your eyes to what's in front of you. If you're always thinking about what was behind you or what's in front of you, you miss the moments. You miss the opportunities. That one tweet that you just gonna send real quick turns into 45 minutes. And that's how we could lose track of the present moment. So shifts in mindset comes from managing and utilizing tools to regulate your emotions and your thoughts. As I mentioned before, meditation. And then you start to experience things within yourself that allows that weight to start to fall off. That illusion starts to kind of fuzzy. Clarity starts to emerge. And for most of us, you get really pissed off. Extremely pissed off at the fact that you have been lied to, or you have not received all the information, or the fact that people around you they are just complete bullshit. But then eventually, as you continue to work, you start to love the people for their fucking bullshit. And I am such a testament to this because I'm going to say I have been fighting the universe. I have been battling God since I can remember. From me questioning existence, for me trying to take my own life, to me always cursing God's name, all these things, cause it's just like, I felt no support. And I always felt like my life was pushing me in directions that I didn't want to go. But every time I went to that direction I was being pushed to, I found nothing but joy. So when I say you start to love people for their fucking bullshit, I really mean that, because I have been a person who I honestly have hated people because y'all get on my fucking nerves. But since I have met God, I understand what unconditional love is. And I fucking love y'all fucking bullshit. Because y'all are human. Y'all are me. We are a shared conscience. I understand you. I get it. That's why I ask people to trust me. Because I'm not bullshitting. I understand you. But you have to move beyond faith. You have to trust. Saying an affirmation is to get you to believe it for yourself. It's not that it isn't true. But in order to manifest, trust has to be had. I am trusting in God. I am trusting in the universe. That if I shed my tears, that I'm doing my job. So I think I'm going to wrap today's episode because I really came into this with the mindset of writing something, an article, a passage in which I can detail in my experience and understanding how to get to trust and what I mean by the difference of faith and trust, and why I think spirituality needs to be elevated to a status of trust, based on its teachings and science and understanding of it. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to write it. However, I have been busy and I didn't want to leave my podcast without a new episode for too long. So more on that article coming soon, and I look to bring more along with some podcasts. in the future. So more of a pairing with some education associated with my words and experience. So more to come on that. More than likely going to post on the Medium platform. If you don't know that what it is, check your app store, look up Medium. A lot of great articles and information in there for some really intelligent people. So I recommend it. I am a loyal subscriber, so check it out when you ever get a chance. But as I said, let's wrap today's episode. I really feel like I got a lot off my chest, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Can really feel the passion and emotion that I have, and hopefully you get the message, reach one, teach one. So thank you for joining me today. I have a few more podcasts already locked and loaded, so expect that coming real soon. And thank you for joining me, and have a great day. Take care.